Hey, BZB TV fans. This is Matt Richards, live from the, not necessarily the studio, but live from a little bit of a sports center room here in San Antonio, Texas. I think we got Joel scuba diver Joel over there. I don't know if he's scuba diving in Sacramento right now, but there might be a little bit of a story behind that. You want to maybe talk about that a bit?
Scuba. I don't know why they put that today. Well, there's a little inside joke, just giving me some scuba dive nicknames, but I like to prefer my nickname to last night's results. Scuba diving, Splash Brothers. Actually, just Splash Bro, because Clay, the other Splash brother, is nowhere to be seen lately this whole series, but Curry, what a game last night, right? Do or die. It's very exciting right now. I mean, they got their backs to the walls. It looks like the Warriors always tend to do this. They don't turn it up until they're forced to. So, we'll see if they can dig themselves out of this very big hole. I just want to congratulate you, though, Matt. I know Mr. Kings fans. I know I'm here in Sacramento, California. I didn't get the chance to talk to you or congratulate on the game, but it was a very fun series.
It still hurts a little bit.
But I what I always tell people is because I was rooting. I'm King. I like the Kings as well. We work over here in Sacramento, and I really enjoyed the whole story, their season. I just wish that Warriors Kings is actually the Western Conference matchup, the final matchup, before the finals, opposed to the first round. You get them in the first round already, and it sucked because one of them.
I mean, with the way it went down to the wire a little bit, it might as well have been the regional, championships,
right? Yeah,
right?
that was I know.
It still hurts though, because I remember
pretty good for a first round matchup.
Yeah, I remember I don't think I've seen Kings be that good since I don't know. I want to say I was in elementary school, dude. It's been a long time. Back when
they did
Mike
say the
Bibby,
Kings had the longest
Stojakovic.
playoff drought in not just basketball and sports, all of sports history. 16 years since 2006. So that's one of the reasons why I love their stories, because with the Warriors, everybody's is probably sick of the Warriors right now. They're always in the finals or whatnot. But if you think about the history, prior to that, I think we even had a longer drought than your Kings. Reaching the playoffs, we didn't have any success. Back in the run, TMC, Hardaway and Mullen, those years. But that was way back, And then it just I could appreciate what the Kings have done, it was a fun ride. So hopefully next season, they're back up again, and I want to start going to their games. We're here in Sacramento, after work a few times. If let's catch a game.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite a bit of a season, but I think one quick thing, not necessarily sports related, but there was something that's in the background there. I kind of see some cameras, maybe a little bit of a cool background that you got there. It kind of reminds me of something that's coming up here pretty soon, and that's going to be Infocom in Florida. It's going to be a few weeks out, so you want to talk about that just a little bit real quick?
Yeah, we have. Well, prior to Infocom, that is in June. So we do have. Well, we just went to Kavlo last week, and then we have another one, CCS Summit, another big one coming up. This month. I think this week. This week, next week. And then, like you mentioned, Infocom is the big one. So NAB, everyone knows, we are just there. Very successful show. Met a lot of great people. Won more awards. And yeah, so NAB is a broadcasting, and Infocom obviously is a pro AV oriented show. So BZB Gear. We do pro AV and broadcasting. We will be bringing some of our broadcasting, like our Adamo cameras, whatnot, but the main bulk of it will be our pro AV equipment, like our new BG 4K VP matrix switcher. We call this our all-in-one Swiss Army knife matrix switcher because it does matrixing, video wall, and multi-viewer. All three, like everything you need just in that one unit. We have an 8K line of matrix switchers, extender, specialty cables. So that'll be fun as well. But yeah, I mean, that's just a few things we're going to tease. We may have some stuff we will debut there. So you guys just have to tune in, BZB TV, in the coming weeks as we prep up for and wrap up for that show.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and pivot back just to today's topic. We got to introduce a special guest today. We have Alex. Hey, Alex, I believe your mic's still muted.
I am still muted.
Awesome. There we go. So, how's it going, sir?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic. So,
Very
Alex,
good.
just real quick, since we haven't had you on the show, you want to just give us a quick spiel about who you are and what you do at the company?
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm one of the technical support representatives here at the company, and I also do a lot of the technical writing. So I write all the manuals, all the boring work no one else wants to do. I get the privilege and honor of doing all that stuff. Help Joel every now and again with some marketing stuff here and there, with some proofreading and things like that. But mostly product development and tech support. So you guys, if anyone's watching, maybe I've helped you. So every now and again. So
yeah, I've heard we have a pretty good tech support team. We'll touch on that a little bit later. But what about you? Do you have any horse in the race here with the NBA Finals playoff season?
I'm honestly out of it now. The Kings are out, and so my life is ruined. There's no more beams to light the way, so I just stopped caring. Someone will win. It's just not who I care about. So
I know. See, I'm kind of outnumbered here. We got a lot of Kings fans here, so I'm like the odd man out. But no, that beam. You bring up the beam. I do like that. It's very unique. It kind of reminds me like the Luxor, in Vegas, the light shining into the sky. But no, that beam is pretty cool. Like our offices are about, I would say 10 plus miles away because it's downtown, right? The arena's downtown. We're here in like the Natomas area. But driving home one late night, the Kings, I was listening on the radio. They won their game. And then I kind of look off in the distance, and lo and behold, you can see the purple light, shooting up into the sky from where I was. It was pretty far. So I mean, I think that's a pretty cool thing you guys got going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that might be a perfect kind of jumping off point because it is sports season, and specifically the playoff season right now. And like we've got hockey, we've got basketball all having playoffs right now. And football season's coming up here pretty soon. But we get a lot of questions at trade shows regarding some auto tracking capabilities. A lot of people really want to start using PTZ cameras and auto tracking capabilities for sports. Unfortunately, at least a lot of PTZ cameras aren't really up to the job yet. It's because a lot of sports move very fast. You need to be very accurate with your tracking because if you're not and you lose track of the ball or the puck or something along those lines during the game, it can be really distracting. You might miss something pretty big. So it can kind of pull us away from that. But that doesn't mean we aren't making strides in the auto tracking market. And that's what we are here to talk about today. I know Alex is kind of setting some stuff up for us, or he did, just to show off. We have I assume it's kind of a fairly large update for our auto tracking cameras, right?
Yeah, we've been working pretty diligently with some customers and things like that about requests, things that we could have improved initially, and we kind of agreed with them that make everyone's lives just a little bit easier, a little bit more predictable when we're using the auto tracking software and things like that. And what I can do here actually is show you what I'm talking about. Let me just share my screen here real quick. Share.
Lots of Warriors fans on the stream today.
Yeah. All right,
here we go.
So logging into our Adamo. So currently we only have two cameras, one in development, the Adamo Junior and the Adamo that have like an auto tracking feature besides the Maestro, which is more of like a ePTZ tracking thing. But a full PTZ tracking camera, the Adamos are our bread and butter. And so that's what we're seeing a stream of right now. This is just our login screen when you normally log into the units. Some of the stuff that we've added in our recent update, we've added a PTZ preset control. So when people were noticing that, like, hey, it's really jarring and it's moving too fast when I set my presets, and that you can now control that speed. But what we actually want to talk about is our tracking stuff. So this is where we spent a lot of time recently. We still have the same modes. We still have presenter and zone. We can kind of go over what these ones are. Presenter is basically just going to be a consistent tracking. It's going to follow the subject. So if I go and stand in front of our camera, and I'll bring my remote over here. Hopefully you guys can still see me do my song and dance. I can hit my little green button on the remote and it'll start tracking. And it'll just follow me around the room. And it's pretty smooth and consistent. It doesn't matter where I go. It'll just keep tracking me as long as I'm not like sprinting around the room. And one of the features we added now is that previously it would reset and go back to the home position once you turn tracking off, especially if you're using like a joystick or something like that while a presenter's doing it. So now, though, what it'll do is if I turn tracking off, it stays locked. So if I'm presenting and I have something on the board, I can kind of step out of the way, show whatever it is, and I can actually just enable it again with the remote, and it comes back.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, nice feature that we've just kind of recently added. So let's turn this back off again. We'll come back around. And then the other thing that we've also been working on while in presenter mode and while it's turned on, you'll notice that we have this headroom button that pops up down here. We were working with some customers and they noticed that we gave a lot of headroom while tracking was on. So if I kind of go back in front of the camera over here, you'll see that it's kind of like shifted and I've got a lot of space up above me, which some people like, some people don't. So we worked on it and we've given people different options now as far as what kind of headroom you can do. So we can even go low and it's even just following me around over here. So we can see that now it's much tighter and closer in on me. And this is usually good for like when you're about, I'm probably about 2-3 meters away from the camera. So it gives like a little more full body, shot. Mm-hmm. But ideally, the default medium is going to probably be everyone's favorite now. So
yeah, I know that's been a big ask. We've had a lot of people kind of, when they're being shown the camera, they're like, hey, this is really awesome. Is there any way to adjust the headroom? Specifically, that was a big question at NAB.
Exactly.
And, we didn't necessarily have it yet, but this is pretty big, I think.
Yeah. So the headroom's huge.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna add that. Yeah, like you said, like Matt mentioned, a lot of people were asking that at NAB, and we were actually talking. I think we were talking to Alex and Nathan, our tech gurus here, live at the show. Like they'd have a question, kind of Skype them. Hey, are we gonna have a new firmware? And is it ready yet? So you guys were actually working it. I think you guys were finalizing it as the show was completing. So. We were able to tell the guests that don't worry, just update the new firmware and you will be set.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know we've got a few other things in the pipeline. I don't know if we're ready to show all of them today, but I've heard a few things about some really cool updates that we're going to be having to the auto tracking, such as being able to actually choose presenters on a stage. I don't know when that's coming. But that's what I have been told is something we are working on.
So you can actually currently do that, but currently it's just with the remote.
Okay.
If I had another test subject out here, I'd show you, but I don't have any other guinea pigs with me right now.
Actually, we do have another.
Do we have a guinea pig?
Ask and you shall receive, Mr. Alex.
Are we going to get Trayvon in here?
No, we've got our Mr. Flo over here.
Usually he's behind the camera, so it's good to see him in front of it this time.
Yep. So if we've got two people on the camera, if you just have the remote, all you actually have to do is hit the little blue button, and it'll actually switch. So now it's on Flo, and it'll follow him. So the other way that the camera takes hold is like whoever's more prominent in a frame. So if I come over and I stand in front of Flo, you know, the camera will probably grab onto me. Maybe there it is.
There you go.
So which is good. We don't want it to just like randomly lock away from like, you know, if someone crosses my path, you know, it shouldn't just grab the random person. But you can use the remote, just hit the blue button and it'll switch. We are working on doing another update to like probably the web UI here in the future where you'll actually be able to have it just switch and bounce between there. But for now, it's just remote based. But it works. So it's there. We're getting there. Constant improvements, you know, constant changes on these things will make it better every day.
Yeah, and that's kind of the beauty of the whole AI auto tracking thing is, you know, it does it better over time. And, you know, we actually meant to talk about this a little bit earlier, but we do have a little bit of a video on our website, not our website, but our YouTube channel talking about what AI auto tracking is, everything about it. I believe Flo's the one who did it. So if you are interested in learning more or just a general explanation about it, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. It's there. But we also have an upcoming video, I believe, kind of talking about the differences between the Adamo Junior, and just comparing the two. I think we're going to have some visual comparisons as well. So it's going to be a really good video. Keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube page for that one. But jumping back to the auto tracking updates and everything, is this we saw it working with the remote? Are we going to be able to utilize some of these new features with our joystick controllers?
Yes, actually. So currently on the joystick controllers, so like on the Commander Pro, and I can actually kind of let's fiddle with this here real quick. We can actually spin my camera. Let's increase the speed here. All right. So I've actually got a Commander Pro or just regular Commander set up right here. We've got some hidden features on the Commander specifically for like the Adamo line of cameras that we've added, which we thought would be nice. So we actually have things where you can turn on and off the tally lights on the unit itself now using if you press and hold or double tap the backlight on or backlight off, that'll turn your red and green tally lights on. But as far as tracking goes, there's a one push auto function on here. And if I press and hold it, that'll turn on auto tracking on the camera. And maybe it's down too low or it's already grabbed me, maybe. It'll be able to control it. Oh, actually, and I actually don't have this controller hooked up to the camera right now. We're having some network issues, but hitting the one push autofocus button on this will turn it on, and then one push trigger, if you press and hold it, it will turn it off. So you can control it from these ones. And then our new controller that we have coming out, we have a touchscreen controller coming out with called the Commander Pro. That's going to have dedicated buttons for those hidden features that are on this. So we've got a little bit more work room for that. So we'll have actually just tracking on, tracking off buttons on the new unit that's coming out.
Sweet. So those are some pretty big upgrades, I think, to the auto tracking, if I say so myself. I know headroom is definitely going to be something that people are going to be hugely happy with being able to adjust that. And also just the being able to turn the auto tracking off, have it stay where it's at, is going to be big for like universities or something where they're trying to, you know, walk through a lecture and show stuff on the board, stuff like that. That's going to be big. I think we've got a little bit of extra time. Joel, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna wanted to point out the differences between you know, regular just auto tracking and specifically AI auto tracking. So you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know like auto tracking, like old cameras, we have a few EPTZ cameras that are auto tracking, not AI, but just auto tracking. With those, you have to kind of go in, set the parameters of the auto tracking, where you know, the field of view, where you want the tracking to start, and you know, things like that. Then you can use it. So it's a requirement to set the auto tracking parameters. With AI auto tracking, it's basically instant, right? It's using advanced human algorithms. It'll sense, you know, the main target and then snap onto them. There's no, I mean, you could still go into the settings like Alex showed to set like presenter or zone tracking modes. But then, I mean, if you basically it's just a set it and forget. It's just you turn it on, you turn on AI the auto tracking, and boom, it's automatic. It'll instantly start tracking you, right?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so yeah, with AI auto tracking, as soon as you see like a subject, it's going to start tracking them. Our specific cameras use like a human body model, so it's not just face. It uses face to help like target like the main presenter and things like that. But that's how we get like our headroom. So it's saying like chest, shoulders, and up, or versus like waist, shoulders up. But it's looking for like the full body or most of a body to be able to like track someone accurately. So that way, if it sees like a bush, it's not going to just randomly like lock in on a bush that maybe kind of looks like it has a face, through the leaves or something. So.
Yeah, and I know that's again really helpful in like education or house of worship, where you might have a speaker who is very animated. They like to walk around a lot. They move around a lot. They maybe turn their back to the camera. If I know some of these auto tracking solutions, they use facial recognition. So if you turn around, it can lose you just based off of that. And the way that we do it with our like stature based version, it has a much better time of not losing someone when they're walking around the stage, turning their back from the camera, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and auto tracking, just in general, it's a big help to, like you mentioned, houses of worship, but also fitness instructors, educators, anyone that needs to make presentations, on the stage. Especially with AI auto tracking, you don't have to set anything. It'll start automatically tracking. So you turn on the camera, you have the speaker, stand where they want, and then have it lock on, and then boom, they're set, and you don't need a dedicated, camera operator or any external hardware or any. I know with some auto tracking, you have to wear devices, but I mean, with our cameras, it's as easy as you can get.
Yeah, just as easy as grabbing the remote and pressing the button.
Yeah.
Or at least it will be with this update. So I think we got a couple of extra minutes. So we've covered a lot on the auto tracking base, but I think we can get to a little bit of some extra stuff and maybe talk a little bit about tech support. So one of the really cool things about our company is we have US-based tech support. It's pretty nice having the tech guys in the office with us. So it's really easy to kind of get up to speed on some of these updates, on some of the really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And I think we actually kind of got recognized for our tech support recently. So Joel, Alex, which one of you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so it was from CSN, Systems Contractor News. We got awarded the Stellar Service Award for our tech support. Kind of, it goes all encompasses. So tech support team.
You can
but
say it was mostly me. It was mostly me, but
it was mostly
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but
I don't want to take a lot of the credit, but
yeah,
we did get it after Alex
everyone
joined the
is
team.
really proud of Alex, Nathan. They do a great job. I mean, we pride ourselves in our in 5-star customer service, tech support. Like Matt mentioned, 7 days a week. I think weekends is by appointment, but through the weekdays during regular business hours, US-based tech support. So all of you guys can feel very confident that when you purchase or you work with BZBGEAR, that we will have your back through everything that you guys need, setup, troubleshooting. Lifetime product support is what we're all about. So I mean, thank you, Alex. Like you said, he already is patting himself on the back, but that's well deserved because all the hard work that these guys put in. So great job.
We do definitely have to shout out Nathan, though. Nathan has been big on that.
Nathan definitely helps our Google reviews out a lot, so gets those fed in. So, but we definitely like to make sure that we help all our customers, even if it's not like our product or anything like that. We'll try to get you where you need to go, or you can get you going in the right direction at the very least. Unless it's an RC car, we keep getting those every now and again for some reason. But can't help you with RC cars, but cameras, AV solutions, we got you. We can help you out. Stuff that's not even ours. Like I said, like we've helped people with like Black Magic, like NDI TriCasters, things like that. As long as you have one of our peripherals somewhere in the system, we'll help you out and see what we can get you going. So that's really kind of set us apart from everyone else. Is willingness to go the extra mile. So.
Exactly, and like you said, you help with other people, other manufacturers too, and that's the beauty with BZBGEAR products, that you don't have to have your whole system. I mean, it'd be ideal and optimal to have your whole system BZBGEAR.
We would like you to.
But our equipment, all of our products work and play well with other other brands and other manufacturers. So that's the beauty of it all. The tech support. So I mean, to this award too, it goes to I know Alex and Nathan. They work hard. Flo behind the camera, and even Matt right here. They work very hard on our BZB TV, our YouTube tech channel. BZB TV. That's B. Boy, zebra, boy. What's T?
Tango,
telephone, and violin. I don't know. I don't know but BZB TV, like and subscribe. But these guys work like tirelessly, punching out content, daily, basically. And a big thing is they get a lot of their feedback from, like Alex and Nathan. They get a lot of feedback from calls, from these tech support calls. So a lot of our videos are based on what our customers are asking and what their needs are. So we go ahead and produce content on our video channel for step-by-step easy demos, how-tos. So if a lot of times, like our support will help, but then sometimes they'll just simply send them a link saying, hey, this is to your product, this is how you set it up, and they could just go to the video, watch it at their own speed, step by step, very easy. And then, we get a lot of feedback saying, hey, I didn't have to spend, this amount of time with you on the phone. I just watched your video and, boom, I got it down, pat. So, so, I mean, it's just, I'm really proud of just our whole support, just, from tech support calls to the material that we put out on our channel, our blog, Trayvon, our marketing superstar, puts out a lot of blogs as well. So if you guys want to watch, you could go to the channel. If you prefer to read, go to our blogs. We got you covered in all aspects.
We have a question. For which PTZ is there an upgrade? Will the firmware on the site be found? So these specifically, sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, it's actually on our support page. So if you go to our main website, bzbgear.com, on the top you'll see a tab that says support. Just click on there, then you'll see downloads for firmware, and it'll lead. Just type in the product that you're inquiring about or that you need firmware about, and it will lead you directly there.
Specifically for auto tracking and everything, and what we've kind of shown today. The updates that we've recently done is specifically for the Adamo line of cameras. So the Adamo 4K, the Adamo ND, and then it'll be the Adamo Dante or the Adamo DA when that's available. So specifically for those ones, this will also bleed into the Junior because they are similarly built. Just the lens is different, but this is going to work for those cameras mainly. So about six different models between lenses and things like that. We don't have anything currently for our other cameras. We were developing some other stuff, but it's not ready yet. So for any of our other cameras. So.
Oh, and just another place that you could find the updated firmware is on the actual product pages of the. So if you could either go support, or if you just go to our website, you type in, like, say you have the Adamo NDI version, go to that product page, scroll to the bottom, then you'll see manuals, firmware updates, and everything you need to know about that product.
Yep.
All right.
And for always just the latest too, you can also just give us a call, shoot us an email at support@bzbgear.com too, and we can help you out that way too. So.
And that's why they got the award.
Yeah.
especially, I think one of the really nice things about you guys and the sport that you guys offer is definitely the weekend appointments. I don't think there's a lot of companies that do the weekend appointments, and it's. I've heard some things about how it's been very beneficial, especially for some of the houses of worship and whatnot, being able to fix issues on either Saturday or sometime Sunday before service. So
I know, yeah, because Sunday and the weekend masses, you might need that help. So we are there for you.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just let us know in advance. It is appointment based, so for those things, because we do enjoy our weekends too in tech support. So, but if you let us know earlier in the week that you might, you've been having some problems, so when you're going to be on site, it's going to be over the weekend or something like that. Just let us know. We can help you out. So we just got to schedule it.
Work hard. Harder.
Yep.
We're gonna get a puppy appearance here.
Oh, we got another guest.
Come here. We got a puppy appearance.
Yep. Dog tax always worth it.
Oh,
Hi, girly.
and there you go. For a puppy, that's a pretty big puppy.
Yeah, she's only 8 months and she's already like 60 pounds.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, a little
And
tally
we have
over
dog day
here.
here again. Bring our dogs into the office.
I mean, you got Teddy all the time, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not here today though. Sad.
Well, I think that about covers the topics that we wanted to talk about today. So, Alex, thank you for coming on, and also I'm just thinking about Nate because he's not there, and he could have been.
I know he could have been here, but he chose not to be. And that's why I can say I can take at least 50% of the credit for our success, but possibly more. Who knows? There's no one really here to contradict me. So
yeah, Nathan, he's on all of our YouTube. I mean, our BZB TV episodes. You could find them there. BZB TV, so like and subscribe. But Nate, I'm sure people are sick of his mug for the time being. So we got a new face, fresh face here. Alex, thank you so much for joining us and dropping some knowledge on our audience.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Well, to everybody who tuned in and specifically Nurant with some of the questions, thanks for commenting on the video. We will see you guys in about another 2 weeks for another episode, and then maybe another 2 weeks at a showroom floor in Florida. So we will see you guys on the next broadcast. Have a great weekend.